Hey.
We're tying one on.
Yeah, this is your idea.
I just got a bunch of ties sitting around my car, and I was like, I want to wear my ducky tie for this one.
Yeah. Anyway, we just got out of seeing the movie Vengeance. I know some of y'all probably never heard of it, but it's
Even
out
I hadn't.
theaters. Yeah, I kind of made the call on this one. I'm definitely glad that I did. So,
Yeah, I was like, I knew nothing going into this. I didn't even know BJ Novak was in it, and he's pretty cool.
yeah, I didn't really know about him, like talking about it at all. So
He was in Inglourious Bastards.
I never seen that movie. I heard about it. I mean, I love Quentin Tarantino. I just missed that one.
Well, this is kind of a pretty plot-heavy movie, I would say.
Yeah. A lot of twists and turns. Like, you keep thinking like the movie's over, but then it hits you with something else.
Basically, it's like what's that movie with Sandra Bullock where she's dating the guy in the coma?
Oh,
Like While You Were Sleeping, something like that.
I don't know. She ain't been in so many movies. I don't know.
Well, she hasn't been in that many movies for someone's in a coma, I wouldn't think.
I mean, no. I'm saying it could be called anything. You know, she got a vast filmography.
I'm pretty sure it's called While We Were Sleeping, but it's like that, but a murder mystery, right? So basically, there's this guy. He hooked up with a girl a few times, and gets a call from her brother, who thinks that he was dating her seriously. Said, "Hey, she's dead, and you need to come down for the funeral." He gets down there, finds out we think someone killed her, so we need to help get this shit sorted out. And it kind of turns into sort of a riff on In Cold Blood, Capote, Infamous. The whole the reporter tries to follow the story, but he gets too close, and not necessarily he gets too close to the answer, because I think not until the very end do we really find out what's going on. But gets close to the family. It's like very kind of a meditation on interpersonal relationships and things like that. But it's funny.
Yeah, it's really funny. Make you think a lot too, because I know it say a lot of quotable lines throughout, and I say you really get what you pay for in this one.
Yeah, Issa Rae is in it. She's marvelous.
Yeah.
And she really, I think it's an interesting function that she serves, because she's kind of there to show that BJ Novak is the self-absorbed white guy who thinks he knows everything about everything, and basically you think like she's gonna set him up to fail. She's kind of like his boss in his podcasting thing that he's doing. But then she kind of becomes an enabler, of the delusion, basically.
Yeah, because she pretty much like thinks this is gonna be a really big story, and this is gonna make all the careers. She pretty much wants to get some money out of this, basically.
Yeah, it's sort of like the quintessential modern true crime thing of making something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Like a very small scale tragedy, but if you hit it with the right angle, you can blow it up into a huge thing. Like I think at some point they were planning to call the podcast Dead White Girl, but then they thought better of it.
Yeah, because I know all throughout you keep thinking this is going to be what's going on, but then somebody says something that just throws the whole thing off, and then next thing you know, we back to square one. It's really a lot, but it's a lot to take in, but it really takes you along for the ride, and you just keep wondering what's going to happen, where is this all going to end up, and it leaves you on the edge of your seat at sometimes. You wonder, who's really telling the truth and who's lying and all that kind of stuff.
It's interesting the way it sort of surfs along, where most of it is kind of like a Doc Hollywood riff, where the big city guy falls in love with the small town, but then like every now and then it just kind of subtly reminds you, wait, there's a murder mystery going on.
Yeah.
And then it's like it keeps you just off balance enough.
Yeah.
Right, but it's like you said, where it sets you up where you think it's leading you one way, and then just very subtly tilts it that way. It's like, oh wait, what's going on? But then it sort of looks like it's tilting back, but then they tilt it even further.
Yeah. Like I said, you just have to see it to believe it. It's just a shame this movie's likely gonna go under the radar and kind of probably, I hate to say this, but you know this kind of movie that's low budget, ain't getting no promotion. Is, when it's done here at the theater, it's probably just gonna go on Blu-ray and then be in the bargain bin in about a year or two, which I think is sad, because I think it deserves a lot better than that. I think it really deserves to be seen by more people.
I think it was definitely kind of like a passion project for B.J. Novak, because he wrote it, he directed it, he stars in it, probably did the catering too, swept up afterwards, and he puts in it's not like, like an Oscar performance. It's not like, with very, full voiced and histrionic and all that, but it's very moving and powerful in a much more subtle way. It's kind of like a late period Anthony Hopkins kind of role.
Yeah, like it feels personal, basically. Like you really kind of, I guess you say, like you feel for the guy after a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it start out the movie like he's kind of, like an asshole type, and he just like don't care about nobody but himself, but he kind of finds, he kind of learns how to care about people along the way. It's kind of an interesting comparison. It's kind of like Tom Cruise and Rain Man, if you think about it. Yeah, like he's kind of narcissistic in the beginning, but he starts finding out, hey, there's really people out here, that actually have lives and they actually mean something. You can't just, take advantage of people all your life, basically.
And the movie is not subtle about establishing him as an asshole. I think the first 5 minutes is just this continuous monologue between him and his friend about how they love him and leave him, and all their philosophical justifications for doing so.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie I would definitely recommend. I know like the title of it might suggest it's like some kind of action type of film. We see vengeance. You expecting it about to be some blood in this movie,
or at least more of a mystery.
Yeah, or maybe a horror type of thing when you see the title of it. But then it's really,
and it's from Blumhouse.
Yeah, but it's really just this comedy drama, basically. But like I said, once you start getting sucked in, you get sucked in, and you really start trying to figure out what's really going on, and it just keeps you going until the very end.
And I came into it blind, so I had no idea what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, like I said, I'm glad, I'm glad we took the chance on this one, because we easily could have missed this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was surprised too. It was like a few more people in the theater than I thought would be for this movie that's kind of just going under the radar.
We were in the small theater, to be fair, though.
Oh, yeah. Because honestly, I think this movie is, better than the Thor movie we saw a few weeks ago. And,
well, you've always been kind of iffy about Thor.
Oh, yeah. I think this is a good movie. I think if you just like good plots and good story, definitely check this one out. Don't let the low budget and lack of big names deter you. It's worth taking a chance on.
And if you have an opportunity, get yourself a fun tie. Go see Vengeance if it's playing near you.
Yeah.
We didn't wear the ties in the theater because I didn't think to, but I didn't want to get popcorn on it.
Yeah. Well,
this is my tie I wear to work.
Yeah.
Got the duckies on.
Probably a good idea. Oh yeah, I want to say this. I know we've been kind of behind on the Wonder Woman says thing. Well, we're gonna finally fix that tonight. It's been a lot of things going on since the last episode, but we're gonna take care of this real soon. Actually, we're gonna see you in a few more hours. I know those of you wondering when you're gonna get the next episode. Just stay tuned. Just be patient. We'll definitely have it for you by the end of this evening. So this is Wonder Woman Says.
Mr. Mendo.
Yeah, we'll see you in a little bit. Peace.
Bye.